All right, let's do this one last time. My name is Momentum Mori, and I was emotionally destroyed by a certain anime, and now I got the nerd bug. And ever since, I've been darker than black. I'm sure you know the rest. I turned a bunch of people into weeaboos, started a YouTube channel, and now report on anime news and nerd culture again and again as I yell into the void. I've been told that I have trash taste, walk next to the dark side of anime, and am mainstream. However, when Xana attacks, don't ask me for the code to deactivate the tower as we get into today's Digi News. Roll that hit. Welcome back to the channel. Today on this segment of Digi News, we're going to be talking about the chances of an anime on Netflix that came out recently called Seis Manos. Now, the chances of this getting season 2 is up in the air, as we know a lot of things that were supposed to get season 2 around this time frame has been delayed last year for obvious reasons. However, this particular anime does have, and I say this with a grain of salt, obviously me not being Hispanic in nature, but this anime does have the Hispanic culture. It keeps the Hispanic heritage and combines it with Japanese heritage into this anime, which I really did enjoy, because you don't see too much of a Hispanic culture in anime. Now, that may just be me, but I've been watching it for the past decade and a half, and it's just something that's new to me. Now, from what's on Netflix.com says that Seis Manos is a Netflix original anime series created by Brad Graber and Alvaro Rodriguez. The series is the first original American-Mexican anime series and was produced by Powerhouse Animation, who also produced Castlevania. If that animation style looks very similar to you, it should. While many question its status as an anime series because of its North American production, regardless, it's still a fantastic looking series with an equally great story. In the fictional town of San Simon in 1970 Mexico, 3 orphaned martial arts warriors joined forces with a DEA agent, Black Dynamite, and Mexican Federale to avenge the death of their beloved mentor. Now, I don't want to get too much into the synopsis in fear of spoilers for it, but for the season 2 renewal status, nothing much about that is particularly known right now, because Netflix is known to have radio silence on their series. It could be renewed within weeks, days, or even months, just like how She-Ra was, just like how a lot of the other animated shows came back after a year or 2 years from being on hiatus. But we just had stuff like Gods and Heroes, that anime called Blood of Zeus, which is on mythology, which is also worth checking out. But it's speculated that it was supposed to be renewed last year for obvious reasons. A lot of stuff was going on. But if you guys don't know how these series are usually renewed, so some series can be renewed by action figure sales or the toy sales. From my experience with anime, at least in the West, that's not the case. In the West, it's usually based off of the DVD sales, and Seis Manos just recently came out with their own Blu-ray DVD about 2 to 3 months ago, I want to say, from the recording of this video. Now, if the DVD does really well on the sales, the chances, the incentive for it to get a season 2 from Netflix is even higher. But for right now, unfortunately, we do not know. It is unfortunately in limbo, even though we do know from the writer, from one of the writers or the directors of the anime, that the script for season 2 does exist and it's already in the making. Now, because it's already in the making and season 2 does exist, that gives us hope for it to actually be animated, since Netflix has to animate it and they don't have to wait for the time for the script to be written like they normally would. So the chances of it doing well is very uncertain right now, and that's mainly for the mere fact that Netflix is very tight-lipped on the popularity of their series. If it's not within their new 1 through 10 for the week, we don't know how many people have viewed it. We don't know how people have liked it or whatever. That metadata is not accessible to us currently, and if it is, please let us know down in the comment section so I can definitely check that out. But for right now, Seis Manos, we hope you get a season 2, but for now, adios.